Hello Taurus, and welcome to your reading. I am doing this reading at the end of November. Currently, today is November 28th. It's a big energy shift for all of us, where we had been in an energy that was elusive, confusing, that Neptunian fog. And now that energy is separating. And that was the energy of Mars in Gemini squaring Neptune. And, Mars is all about our will, the way we act, our impulsive reactions. Mars is in Gemini. Mars is also in retrograde. Gemini about our thinking and our communications. So you may have found that when we were in this energy for the last 2 months of Mars in a square to Neptune, that while we were in a lot of confusing, sometimes even delusional energy or delusional thinking, a lot of pain, a lot of fears, a lot of things started to creep up within us, and it was very confusing time. Now that that energy is separating and Mars is now forming a square to Saturn, this is more about self-knowledge, self-awareness, self-understanding. We're becoming more grounded in our thinking, communication, and just understanding self. So, this is a message for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. These are general messages, so take what resonates for you only and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading with me, one-on-one, you can book through my website, which is BeTheChange333.com. All of that information is in the description box below this video. Concentration and privacy. I'm going to put them back because I'm not quite ready yet. Interesting though. I feel that there had been a concentration of your energy and your thought processes. You may have really felt that you were overthinking a lot. You probably found yourself overthinking a lot. Hopefully you took some notes or paid attention to what thoughts were repetitive that came up for you. Anyway, as I was saying, I think I got my spiel over with the personal readings and the general readings. If you find yourself liking this video, Taurus, please click the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. This truly helps with getting the content out to more and more people who may need to hear these messages, as well as assisting in the growth of this channel, which is greatly appreciated. So let's get started, Taurus. What's going on for you on your soul's journey at this time? For Taurus. We have uniqueness and nature. Yes, Taurus, what I'm getting here is that with this new energy shift, with the grounding of the energies, we are starting to awaken and have deep realizations, self-realizations. We've all been disconnected from a main part of ourselves in childhood. And depending on the expectations that are placed on you by your parents, your family, society, we've all played a part in life that may not have actually been unique to us, not showing our complete authenticity. And our true nature had been compromised through that, through maybe living through the expectations of others. This could be something very subconscious for you, or had been for most of your life. A lot of this energy lies dormant until it is awakened, which we are about to embark on through the end of this year. Starting with this week that I'm reading this message for you. So with that said, you know, we all think we know ourselves until we have deep realizations that, you know, maybe I've been perceiving life and perceiving things and people based off of my pain and wounds and fears of the past. We all react to stimuli. That's the other thing about this Mars energy, about our instinctive reactions. They are based off of our childhood pain, how we perceive and how we react instinctively. It's that trigger. That is a big puzzle piece, a big key for us if we are awake and aware enough to notice these things. Fairness. Yeah, things have not been fair or balanced for any human on this planet. But it is, I always call it the world stage as Earth School. We're all here to learn. We're all here. We all incarnated here for the sole purpose of being disconnected from our true self, our true nature, and then becoming awakened to who we truly are and the parts that we had played, bringing more balance and fairness to our lives, which creates a ripple effect outwardly to others. We then start to shine our uniqueness, our true nature. Let's dive a little deeper into this for you, Taurus. Many people awakening to the parts that they've played. There's still a disconnect here. Many people are awakening to the parts that they've played. And there's great hope that those that do become wise, more mature, become accountable for the words and actions that we may have taken out of unconsciousness. Based off of our triggers, our instinctive reactions, which are based off of our childhood experiences that caused us great pain. So let's go into this a little deeper for you. Let's start with uniqueness for Taurus, please. We have movement, choices, decisions. I feel, Taurus, that you have come across a situation where it requires you to make very important decisions and choices, make changes, movement towards what brings you happiness, love of life, and most especially to actually shine your uniqueness. Right. So the very nature of you, Taurus, is through the heart, through love, through connections, true, deep, authentic connections that may have been distorted in the past based off of pain, betrayal, heartbreak. So perceiving what others are saying, doing, and how they're acting, you know, when you're triggered by another, causes you to stay in your head a little too long. There's nothing wrong with that, Taurus, but The point being, when those thought loops continue, write them down. Take note of them. They are trying to direct you to this inner child part that just needs love, is asking for recognition, understanding, and love. That is your true nature. That will assist you in bringing out your true nature, which is beautiful, which is giving, but not giving in the sense of codependency patterns, not giving out of fear, not giving to get back. It's just from the heart, out of love. Giving of your love, your uniqueness. I feel like you're really getting in touch with that part of you that may have lied dormant for quite some time. Now, the ego part of you may say, no, I've always shined my uniqueness. Yet, you held back. You held back a lot based off of your past experiences. Suffering in silence. And when we do that, we suffer. Things aren't fair. They aren't balanced. Feel like you have had a sense of responsibility to others that you're just giving of yourself and receiving very little, if anything. It left you ungrounded. It left you maybe even leaving your home, your family. Maybe you were ostracized by the very family that you grew up in, where the patterns were developed, where you were not allowed to fully show or shine your true colors, your uniqueness. Maybe you had to leave. Prosperity begins, base chakra below that. So yes, very ungrounded. A sense of safety and security had been stripped from you. And Taurus, that is everything to Taurus. Safety and security. Let's go a little deeper here. Your quest for this firm foundation in life has been a long road. To be free from all the constraints, all the responsibilities that have been instilled upon you, it's really pulled you away from your true self. But you're coming back. There's a realization. Yes. You're coming back. Ace of Wands. Aha. This is a new start. A new way of being. This is an epiphany. Aha. I see. It's a choice. Do I want to keep playing the same role in the same game that with people that I've been playing in the past? No. No. Do I want to follow what other people tell me is right and wrong, or do I want to go by my own intuition, my own emotions, my uniqueness? We all have our own inner knowing. You don't need other people's opinions. It's okay if you want to double check, but be mindful of who you actually check in with when it comes to being about yourself. Because this part of the journey is all about self-understanding, self-awareness. Know thyself. You've been stripped away from your very nature, Taurus. You're coming back. You're coming back to balance. Becoming grounded in your reality, within yourself. 7 of Cups. It's been a long road. There's been a lot of confusion, delusion, disillusionment, pain, judgment. There's also been beautiful things. And this is telling me that I feel like you've had a hard time trusting yourself all the way. Or trusting the love that you carry, the love that others are attracted to, and you attract, vice versa. The heart. Maybe because of the choices that you've made in the past. The choices that you've made in the past based off of your past experiences. Some were beautiful, some were painful and ugly, some were scary. But it really kept you in your head. And it made it hard to really follow the heart. Second guessing yourself all the time. Second guessing the true nature of Taurus. Yeah. Things suddenly did not seem fair at all. There was a lot of injustice. There's a lot of suffering. Suffering in silence. Because at that point, those that you wanted to hear you were not listening. You felt ostracized, cast aside, left out, judged. Homeless, maybe. All this grounding. And now you're just beginning to find your true nature, balance, fairness, your uniqueness. That's happiness. That's freedom, Taurus. That's beautiful. I have the chills. Let's keep going. One more layer we will unpack for you. You're still trying to connect fully, and it takes some time. A lifetime of disconnection to the true, unique you. It takes some time to fully be confident, comfortable, and trusting yourself. Love your beautiful, unique self. We are all connected to the heart, to love, through love. Yet we are all here to shine our unique and rare selves, the true selves we were born into before it became distorted and traumatized and out of balance, unfair, unjust, stripped away from the very nature of who we are at our core. Uniqueness. It requires you to let down your guard and trust the choices that you make from the heart, not the mind. Trust the decisions, the movements, the choices going forward. There is no wrong move here. Everything is a lesson in itself. The more we understand this, the more we can move forward without fear, without judging the situation, without judging ourselves or others. 7 of materials. 7. So getting in touch with your true nature, getting out of the mind. The thoughts are always going to be there. They will temper, they will slow down eventually, but don't attach yourself to all the thoughts that are going on. Instead, connect to the heart, connect to love, connect to your true nature. You're on the bridge. You're walking from your past version of yourself. You haven't quite met the future version of yourself, but you see it. You're going towards that, and you're being guided. Follow how you feel. Take your time. Pay attention to every thought, every emotion, everything. It is guiding you. Ace of Emotions. It is guiding you, and you're going to start to feel differently about life, about yourself, about your situation and others. Maybe you have a big thing about this injustice that you've experienced, or that you're witnessing also in the world. The things that you've even suffered in silence from. The things that have cast you aside. You're starting to feel differently about them now. You're starting to understand how they taught you a lot about yourself. And this can really assist in the process of really opening up the heart and keeping it from being so guarded and afraid. Yeah. Chariot at the bottom. Moving forward. There could still be a little, hesitancy, confusion, or mistrust. But even trust that. Make a note. Make a note of it all. Because this energy is moving fast. It's stripping away false perceptions, false ideas, false beliefs about yourself, about life in general. Let's get you some advice to wrap this up. It's very liberating. That is true freedom. To no longer even care what other people think about you. It's actually none of your business. I mean, really, if you want to stay in the mind and have the feedback loops continue, but this energy is guiding you into the heart more. And to see things from a higher perspective. Loneliness. It had been lonely when you're suffering in silence. Things do feel lonely in this situation that you've been experiencing. A lot of confusion, a lot of disillusionment. But know that you're never alone. Sometimes it requires us to be alone for a bit to truly get to know all of our parts, all of ourselves. But that's always temporary. Soon you will attract those into your life that just connect without words. Words won't be needed. A true, deep understanding. We're being stripped away from all of the parts that taught us something, but aren't needed anymore. All the stories, all the lies, all the injustice, denial. You're realizing that you had been in denial about some things in life for yourself. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Maybe you were in denial about the amount of fear that you carried with you. And this card is definitely telling me that it is time to become aware of the game of life. Maybe you don't look at it as a game, that's okay. The lessons of life. Acknowledging the fear, acknowledging that inner child that has been rejected or outcast. It doesn't need to suffer in silence anymore. Now you're aware of maybe parts of your unique nature that had been hidden, but are truly appreciated and needed in this world. So don't hide any parts of yourself anymore, Taurus. That's what I'm definitely getting from this message. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Take good care of yourself, and I will be back next week. Bye-bye.